Hello and welcome back to ENG and my name is Bharati. In the last two videos, we learnt how adjectives and adverbs change form to denote the degree of a noun. We also learnt the basic rules of the positive, comparative and the superlative degrees. Most of you might be very strong in grammar, but you may know someone who feels grammar very difficult and complicated. Kindly share this video to someone who might feel useful. This video is about the transformation of one degree to the other degree and the rules to be followed during transformation. Let us see. Transformation from one degree to the other degree. Very important thing to note. Transformation is done in three types. So we transform the degrees of comparison, that is from positive degree to the other degrees or from the superlative to the other degrees, in three types. While transformation, we have to follow certain rules. Let us see. The meaning of the sentence must not change. This is the rule for any kind of grammar topic. The meaning should not change. The idea of the sentence should not change. Next, the tense of the sentence must not change. We must not change the tense of the sentence. Now let us see the type 1. In type 1, we have a table here. We have the positive degree, comparative degree and the superlative degree. In type 1, we begin the positive degree with no other. Then it continues, and the basic rule that we learned in the previous video, like as, adjective, as, or so adjective as is mandatory, but the positive degree will begin with no other. If the positive degree begins with no other, in the comparative degree, we will have than, any other or than all other. The basic rule that we learned in the previous video, that is ER plus than or more plus than is mandatory. Apart from that, we have than, any other or than all other. In the superlative degree, it will be the adjective or adverb plus the ESD form. Now let us understand these rules with examples. Positive degree, as I told, it should begin with no other. No other country in the world is as beautiful as India. This is the basic rule that we learnt in the previous video. So the positive degree begins with no other. No other country in the world is as beautiful as India. So this is positive degree. In the comparative degree, we begin with the last word of the positive degree. So India. India is singular, so it is S. As per the rule of the comparative degree, we use either ER form of the adjective or adverb, or if that ER form is not applicable, we use more. So beautiful, ER form is not applicable, so we use more. India is more beautiful than any other country in the world. This any other is the type 1 rule. So if no other comes in the positive degree, we use any other in the comparative degree. So this no other in the positive degree, we use any other in the comparative degree. This is what is present in the table. Next, in the superlative degree, we begin as we have started in the comparative degree. India is the most beautiful. So this is the rule in the table. The plus adjective or adverb plus ESD or most plus adjective. So India is the most beautiful country in the world. So this the most plus adjective should be followed in the superlative degree. So in the positive degree, if it is no other, in the comparative degree we will have any other, and in the superlative it will be the most or the adjective est form. Let us see the next example. Positive degree, again it begins with no other. No other continent is as small as Australia. So this as small as is the mandatory rule. No other is the type 1. Comparative degree, we begin with the last noun in the positive degree. So Australia, we begin with Australia. Is, Australia is singular, so is. The comparative form of small is smaller. Then we use than. This is the any other rule. That is the first type 1 rule. Any other continent. Australia is smaller than any other continent. So if no other is there in the positive degree, we use any other in the comparative degree. Now in the superlative degree, we begin as we have begun in the comparative degree. Australia is. So Australia is the smallest continent. So est is applicable here. So we have written est. The smallest. So this is the type 1. In the positive degree, it is no other. In the comparative degree, we use any other, and in the superlative degree, we use the adjective est or the most adjective. Let us see the next example. No other animal in the world is as tall as giraffe. So positive degree, we have begun with no other animal in the world is as tall as giraffe. This is the basic rule. Now comparative degree, the last word in the positive degree is giraffe. So begin with that. Giraffe is singular here. So is. Giraffe is. The comparative degree of tall is taller. So after taller we use than. That is the rule. Any other animal. So this any is type 1 animal in the world. Superlative degree. So as we have begun with giraffe here, so same here, giraffe is the tallest animal in the world. One important thing that we have to note in this type 1, that is if the positive degree begins with no other, is after no other, the noun that follows will be a singular. The noun that follows will be a singular. You can check with the previous slides also. After no other, the noun that follows will be a singular. Well friends, this marks the end of type 1. It may feel confusing for beginners, but if you watch the video for a couple of times, you will feel it a little easy. Let us meet in the next video with the next type. Kindly hit on the subscribe button and the bell icon. Give a thumbs up and share to someone who may find this video useful. Thanks for watching.